Hey, I want to give Thomas and Andre a compliment on something I saw here. Okay. On their build out, when their center back had the ball, all of a sudden, where do you see Andre? Where do you see Thomas? Okay. Right now, Thomas is deep, right? Winger is playing outside. Andre is playing winger, right? Now, what happens when a winger comes into that 10 role or drops into the midfield? Okay. Notice that he had all this space here because an outside back rarely goes in, and that switch caused confusion in the first place. So now we've got an outside back or a winger dropping into the middle. When that happens, a couple things you'll find that need to happen. A midfielder underneath needs to drop across because most of the time, watch how Pena is going to go pressure that ball. Okay? So when that happens, Colin needs to drop underneath the ball so that Colin can receive it and play easily out to our winger. Now we've got our winger isolated, okay, in space, nothing around. They're not trapped in here, and Thomas would have had that ball with a 1-2 combination here, which is really nice for a winger. So on build out, it prevents you from getting stuck in that corner with the outside back really tight on your back. Okay. The other thing that can happen here is if there's no cover shadow, if you're dropping into the middle here, sometimes now because you have a 4v3, what's going to happen is this player will check in, but this player will be wide open. So if their cover shadow is wrong, like if they're not blocking this run, or this player shifts over here for a little pass into space, this 10, Gary was supposed to be covering Aiden, right? This 10 will be wide open for a pass or a direct ball, depending on where their cover shadow is. And then all of a sudden, now you've got your 10 wide open at their back line, if that makes sense, right? So Pena, if you're our 10, right, you would be wide open with no 6 anymore, coming at the center backs with your forward still, which would be like Pena and Nick Cron, right? And your wingers would be involved. So really, you've got a 4v4 going on offense. Now the trick is, now when we play that ball here, okay, we need one of our midfielders to, or Andre, to literally sprint as fast as they can after, right? Specifically, it's easiest when Andre does it because when he plays that ball and he goes, now we've got a 5v4 and we've got a pretty lethal attack because once he does that pass here, he might start jogging. Most likely he will. And we've taken all 3 of those midfielders out of the play and created a 5v4 right away into their offensive zone. And that's pretty lethal right there. So great job. Big compliment to Andre and Thomas for this play.